Ways to perpetuate racism at the coffee shop. Let's talk about it real quick. I'm Dr. Ashley Gaddy Robbins. I'm a speaker, a scholar, and I teach on interracial communication. I was grading papers this week, and a student really pointed out something that I think we should pay attention to at the coffee shop. She said that at the coffee shop, majority white women working, she notices that they ask white people for their names to put on their cups, on their orders. However, they do not ask for the name for someone who is not white. She said they would even go the extra mile to make sure the name is spelled right. They will make sure that they get that name right so they can call out their order. But when someone who is black and brown orders, they don't ask for the name. They just call out the actual coffee order. Imagine you hearing Megan or your name being called for your coffee, and then iced mocha latte. This very subtle way perpetuates racism. Let me tell you how. Now, let me start by saying, folks, don't mean no harm. I understand that this is not an intentional racial act where someone is deliberately wanting to be racist. But we can still perpetuate racism and be kind. What this act does is it actually states that names that are white names or names that are normal names or names that are American names are actually proper or normal or generic or accepted. And trust me, I get it. One of the worst things is mispronouncing someone's name or spelling someone's name wrong because you don't want to offend them. But by totally negating the practice or the act altogether, says to that person and says to everyone that your name is either too difficult or too different to even try to get it right. It normalizes whiteness as a standard and says that anything that deviates from this standard is different and other. And I can assure you that black and brown people notice that their name is not being called. So in order to have a more inclusive practice in the coffee shop, ask everyone their name. Take the time to pronounce it. Ask, how do you spell that? Take your time and do it with care and genuine consideration. Now, chances are this is probably not the first time that folks have asked them their name over and over again, but you do what you're supposed to do to honor who they are. And you never know. If you don't ask, you may not realize that there are plenty of black people and brown people who have the name Catherine, Megan, Sarah, Lauren, Beth,